All right, this is part 10. Sadly, E Money Bags was assassinated at the request of Supreme McGriff. He hired some hitmen, some killers. These same killers are now on the stand telling all the business. Do hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, actually, you need to go back to 1. I made this a series, so you can go back to video 1. Now, we're going to end this with Manny Dog, but then we're going to go right into Alvin Smiley, right? And to me, his testimony is even more interesting. Let's go.
What do you mean by waste the gun? Broughton is a little gun fanatic. What does shooting with someone with the gun do to waste it? You have to get rid of it. Because it can be traced. Is that what you are saying? Yes. You tried to calm them down, and then where did you go? I made a left turn and I started driving. I asked eBay. I was going to drop him off first. He had to give me directions to get to where he was going. Where did eBay want to go? To Brooklyn. What did you do? I just followed directions and just drove with him. You drove with him where? From what I guess was Brooklyn. So you followed eBay's direction somewhere? I just followed his directions to where he wanted to go. Did you get to where eBay wanted to go? Yes. What happened? I asked him could he get rid of the guns for me. What did he say? He told me yes. What did you do after that? We gave him all the guns and he got out of the car and he gave us directions to get to Manhattan. Did you go to Manhattan at that point?
This is a wild time. Clearly, there's no GPS. He needs directions everywhere he goes.
Yes. What did you do when you got to Manhattan? I dropped Broughton off and Smiley, and then I went home. I'm not sure if you said this. You said that the car started before the victim was actually in it?
She's bringing up old stuff. All right. I would like to now start Alvin Smiley. His testimony.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smiley. Good afternoon. Can you tell the jury how old you are? 41 years old. You might want to bring the mic a little bit closer to you. 41 years old.
Okay, so he was 41 years old maybe 20 years ago. So, Smiley's just trying to stay out the way now. Now I understand why he didn't respond. I did reach out to Mr. Smiley. And, these cats are way older.
Are you currently in jail? Yes. How long have you been in jail for? 9 years. What are you currently in jail for, pleading guilty to? Hired for hit, for murder? And was that for one individual or two? Two. Do you know the names of those two victims? Mr. Eric Smith and Mr. Troy Singleton. Now you pled guilty to both of those murders for hire, is that right? Yes. For Eric Smith, who did you do that crime with? A guy by the name of Russell Allen, Dennis Crosby, Broughton, and Mosley.
This is crazy. This is just nuts. It's nuts. Because before you get caught, they're gonna call you a real one. All of this stuff because of murder, right? And us black people, we're so desensitized to it that if it's us killing us, we don't even really take it away. We don't even feel away. If, however, you replace one of us with another race, especially the white race, then we perceive that thing totally different. And this is a sickness. But at the same time, shout out to all, I don't know all y'all names, but all the black men that's standing up in my comments, yo, thank you. And the black women. There was some black women the whole time I was trying to point out the hypocrisy with Prince. There was some black women there too in the comments supporting me. Yo, keep going. Answering comments for me. You understand? Now, I don't know all your names. You know, Daryl. Thank you, Daryl, for leaving comments. JB Official, you already understand what time it is. You understand? JB Official said, yo, Saladin, we got niggas and we got black men. We represent the black men. Ashe, brother. You understand? And the more of us that we don't have to fight these guys one-on-one. We don't have to fight. I'm not talking about violently, right? All we have to do is stand up and protest through our behavior. Stand up and protest through our opposition. Yo, that's not us. We don't represent this. So genocide is genocide. Us killing us is not good, and them killing us is not good. It's not one or the other. You don't get to kill our own people and call it real nigga shit. That's ridiculousness.
How about Troy Singleton? Troy Singleton, a guy by the name of eBay, a guy by the name of Tripp, Mosley, and myself. Were you hired to commit those 2 murders? Yes. Who hired you? Mr. Mosley. Do you know his first name? Emmanuel. I'm showing you what has been marked for identification. This is Government's Exhibit 79.
Killers is talking on killers that's talking on killers. Oh, 5K1 gods, thank you for sparing me. Killers is telling on killers that's telling on killers. Thank you, 5K1 gods. This is crazy.
Your Honor, Counsel, and I have stipulated this. This is the cooperation agreement. 79 in evidence. Do you recognize this document, Mr. Smiley? Yes. And is that the cooperation agreement that you pled guilty to? Yes. When did you plead guilty to this crime? December 2006. And
there you go. There you go. Okay. 2000, that was 20 years ago. Okay.
you said you pled guilty to both of those murders for hire, is that correct? Yes. What's the minimum term in jail that you are facing? Life imprisonment. And the maximum term? Life. And as a result of that cooperation agreement, what's your obligation to the government?
To tell the truth.
To tell the truth. What's your understanding of what the government's obligation is to you?
That 5K1. Huh? These people mocking me out here. They like, yo, I had people unfollow me. They like, you bugging. Praying to the 5K1 gods. No, you bugging for not praying to the 5K1 gods. Keep it up. I bet the 5K1 God said, thou shalt not mock thy God. Keep it up.
To write a 5K1 motion to the judge? What's your understanding of what that 5K1 motion is? The judge makes a determination in the sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what will that 5K letter include? My full cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
Would it also include your criminal history that we're about to talk about now? Yes. Do you have any promises as to what your sentence will be? No. Who is in charge of your sentence? The judge. And if you don't tell the truth, what is the sentencing you will be facing? Life imprisonment.
Now, somebody wake up Zip with the drip. Don't wake him up. I'm just being facetious. Leave him right where he is. Now, for all you other people that watch my show and watch Zip shows, like, yeah, but Zip is a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? Zip is the streets. Zip doesn't know what he's talking about. Zip has never lived. He knows jail, but he doesn't. He's never going to speak out outside of the popular narrative. So if most of the tough individuals and the popular individuals are saying one thing, that's what Zip is going to say. Because he's just trying to survive. He's a survivor. That's who Zip is. I'm just trying to. I know, beloved. You're just trying to survive. This is why Blue Boy was able to put his gun on the gate and gave you a gun and said, "Let's go gun for gun." And you said, "Yo, I just want to do business," because you're a survivor. I get it. However, if he wasn't just a survivor and he was one of those, then he would have the heart to tell you. Which most of them don't. They don't have the heart to tell you. JB got up there on Prince's show and said, yo, as soon as a rat talk, you're not supposed to listen. Okay. Well, guess what? As far as I know, Manny Dog is home. As far as I know, Smiley is home. As far as I know, Brian Glaze Gibbs is home. You understand why they're home? Because they had to tell the truth. These are not idiots down at the Federal Bureau of Investigations. No, they are not. I can assure you this. For some of them are my close friends. I can assure you this. So you may not like what Brian Glaze Gibbs did, right? And you may find it despicable, which I too despise, doing these things and then you even being offered anything. However, I am intelligent enough to know that he would not be free if he wasn't transparent, truthfully transparent, to pass their smell test. So it's not about, oh, he's a snitch. These are unintelligent people you're talking to. Do not follow these people, beloved. They want to make it seem because I never went to prison, I don't have anything to offer you. Just subscribe to my show, sit back and take the ride, and I guarantee you'll pick up over here on this channel 6 months in you've picked up hanging with them. Let's continue.
Mr. Smiley, you said you have been in jail for this past 9 years. Is that right? Yes. Have you gotten in any trouble while you have been in jail? Yes. Can you tell the jury what that is? I had 2 or 3 fights. I cursed out an officer. I went into the shoe. What's the shoe? The box. And how long were you there for? 45 days. Is that the only time you have been in the shoe for the past 9 years? Yes. Where did you grow up, Mr. Smiley? In Manhattan. Where in Manhattan? 155th Street and 8th Avenue. Is that Harlem? Yes. Who was in your household when you grew up? My mother, my 2 sisters, and my 2 brothers. Did you go to school up in Harlem? Yes. How far did you get in school? High school. Did you finish high school? No. What grade? I dropped out in high school. What grade? 10th grade.
I just want to stop right here. If you can't be used, you're useless. Now, him dropping out in 10th grade, he didn't know it at the time, but it was going to limit his options in life. Right? Because it was limiting, I don't even know that's the word. Limiting. There you go. It was limiting his knowledge. So if he wasn't going to replace that with some knowledge that could be used universally, what could be used universally? Right now, you could learn electrician skills, and I could fly you to Africa, and you could still use those skills. But if you just learning gossip, who Charlene is sleeping with, when her brother come home, like stupid information, right? Worth nothing. What happened? And you outside and you got all the jail stories. I also noticed there wasn't a father in his home, right? Yo, me personally, y'all, not to be a drag on this video, the reason I don't like calling out women bitches. Because I think it contributes to the ultimate plan to divide the black family, right? If we can see them only as sex objects and not as the woman who gives birth to our seed to create this family that we should want, that should be a proud thing. Yo, I got a family. And your family love you, and you do what you need to do to take care of your family. All of that was obliterated within our culture, and it was replaced by like a script from another culture to say, here's your culture. Follow this script. And you look down at the script and it say, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, and you're like, follow it. Yeah, follow that. Don't worry about a thing. Follow that. Right? So eventually, the script that they have given us doesn't honor a home. But 1 + 1 is 3. You need the two parents in the home. I think, Smiley's father could have, who knows for sure, I'm just saying, could have contributed to, man, listen. That could have made a big difference in Smiley's life. Take him to a game sometime. You understand? Go outside, throw a ball around with him. Act like he give a fuck when he bring homework home. That boy might have walked the stage. Kept him away from the riffraff. Anyway, Smiley dropped out at 10th grade.
Why did you drop out? I was dealing in the streets. Dealing what in the streets? Dealing drugs. About how old were you at that time? 15. And were you selling on your own, or were you selling for somebody? I was selling for a boss. Who was that? A guy by the name of Marlon. Where did Marlon sell? On 155th Street and 8th Avenue. What types of drugs were you selling then? Crack and cocaine. You said he was the boss, is that right? Yes. So what was your role? Just to sell the drugs? On the corner? Yes. Did you ever get arrested while you worked for Marlon? Yes. How old were you then? Maybe about 16, 17. Was that your first drug arrest? Yes. Do you remember what the circumstances were? I think they closed the case. They sealed the case the first time I got caught. Is that because you were a juvenile? Yes. Do you remember how you got arrested? I sold to an undercover officer. And did you plead guilty as a juvenile? Yes.
So, as I already know, and as you guys will learn if you don't know, this criminal justice system is a business. It's a business. What I need us to do, and one of the reasons I advocate against this prototype and profile of the black American man being this gangster, and I don't like people that come out and help that perpetuate that same image. And in my opinion, Prince perpetuates this image. Now, you want to know where my fury comes from? Once I learned that this is a business, it's like a cat and mouse business, right? Where they have to keep a certain amount of people coming in to keep these salaries going, right? But it's also brilliantly matriculated to where it keeps enough people doing the crime. They can't get rid of all the crime because then they don't get the funding from the federal government that they need. Why would they want to get rid of all the crime at one time? Right? So, it is brilliantly adjusted so that it seamlessly brings the crime in, brings the crime out, judges stay, court officers stay, clerks get paid, COs get paid, van drivers get paid. You understand? People with contracts keep going. So, I'm just trying to help you. I don't mean to be long-winded. I want y'all to understand you being played. Find something else to do. Don't be getting on the internet tell me how you do crime and who you doing crime. No. Shut your face, nigga. What I need you to do is be quiet, be cool as possible while you doing that, and try to find a way out of that because they coming for you. They are coming, and either you're gonna end up back in jail where you say you hate to be. If you hate there, don't let us. If you love it there, don't let us waste ink on the shirt that say free blase blah. Cause I get a totally new shirt made say nah. Congratulations. Huh? Congratulations to Black. Back where he wanna be. My nigga. Get a big shirt. Photo on that joint with you, with your hands pumping in the sky. That's where you want to be.
And what was your sentence? At that time, I think I got a drug program. And the time you took a drug program, did you have a drug problem? Yes.
We'll be back with more Smiley, part 11, in a minute. Hit the like button. Do subscribe.